Hello, my name is Caleb. I'm reviewing this game called Air Conflicts, Atlantic Fleets, or Carrier Battles, I'm sorry. This game was really nice. I enjoyed it, although it's for a niche crowd. The game's a solid 5 out of 10, just to get it straight out the gate without having to state anything. There's a whole bunch of different missions in it. You can play as the Japanese and the Americans. Your main goal is to protect, if you're playing as the Americans, I believe it's just to protect the Enterprise, which is a ship that I really like, although my grandfather was on the Yorktown. Um, I just really like this World War II based game. You can shoot down planes. It kind of feels like War Thunder, if any of you have ever played that. War Thunder Air Combat, it kind of feels like that, but with a hint of other things. Every plane has its own modification, so you know, it feels different every time, whether you're driving a Hellcat or you're driving a Zero. And certain planes can certainly take a different amount of beating. But the Air Conflicts series of games is very nice. Air Conflicts has always had pretty okay games. It's but this one I would say is one of its best. It has a fully fleshed out campaign, multiplayer, which is very fun in my personal opinion. I really like the multiplayer. Although there's no jets like other Air Conflicts games, there is the ability to play some other planes that you may not have seen before or expected. Like on the American side, you can actually use Spitfires. On the German side, you can use, I believe, Stukas, Bf-109s, and a couple other things. In a second here, I'm actually going to show you the part where you can choose to play Japan or, how to say, Japan or America. All the missions are cool. Here you go. Every campaign can lead to a different option, mind you. So one can lead to like mainly defense missions that are going to be American based ones. So like you're going to be defending the Wasp or the Yorktown, and you have to figure out that in real life those boats actually sunk, and so you know, you kind of already know what's going to happen if you're a history buff. But if you don't, it's going to be quite interesting to see the ship you're defending just sink anyways against your best efforts. In this mission, I'm escorting a bomber. I believe in real life the bombers never made it though. It's a really nice, fun game that I found to be quite nice. Although, then again, in my personal opinion, even though I'm a big history buff and this fits my niche of games, it's a good 5 out of 10. It's not a War Thunder or a DCS or a flight simulator, but it is a good shoot 'em up, have fun game. I forgot to mention, on the Japanese side, you can play like Zeros and I forgot their name, Mitsubishis, KI-40s and whatnot, and they're very different from the American ones. They're much more maneuverable, but their machine guns are very lacking. But those are the trade-offs with each one. The Japanese missions, I should say, you're most of the time on the attack defending bombers, torpedo bombers, or maybe you are the bombers. But yeah, this game is great in my personal opinion. A good 5 out of 10 if you aren't into the whole World War II airplanes, especially the Pacific conflict. I was introduced to World War II when I was very young, so I like all that stuff. Especially since my grandfather was on the Yorktown during Vietnam, so you know, this just interests me. There is also a Vietnam version of Air Conflicts. Comment if you want me to go over that one. I've never played it at the moment, but I would love to buy the game and test it out for all of you guys out there. And here you can see the other things of the game. You can make a multiplayer server, which is pretty nice. You can do multiple game modes like defending an aircraft carrier, was it bombing tanks, bombing landing craft and whatnot. Here are just some of all the planes in the game at the moment. Stukas, which carry cannons for some reason, and bombs. Zeros, F4s, F4Fs, I should say, which can carry rockets, and I believe 6 machine guns. Certain planes, like the Spitfire, can carry 2 Hispano cannons and 2 normal machine guns, which is kind of basic, but whatever. Here's the Spitfire. Sorry, it took me a second to find it. Yep, it can also carry small bombs, which it doesn't in a lot of other games. A Messerschmitt, it's a plane that I don't really like. Of course, you know, these are only in the multiplayer for fan service. I don't think the Japanese ever were toting around BF-109s in the Pacific conflict. You have dedicated bombers like this Avenger, which is for all case and purposes, a dedicated bomber with its bomb load. It's pretty fun. I should say, in single player, there is, hold on, let me find it. Sorry, give me a moment. I'm a bit lost. Here we go. So in this instant battle, you can literally fight anything you want, go through all the game modes, go through all the bombing aircraft carriers. You can literally bomb whole hosts of ships like the Yamato, the Enterprise, and anything else. As you go through the campaign, you can also unlock more planes, like this B-25 Michelle. I think it's called the B-25 Michelle, something like that. Yeah, Mitchell. Bad at spelling. You can unlock multiple planes. There's even a couple 2-engine Japanese planes that you can unlock. All of these planes are fun and niche to play. And so let's get into this instant battle. Here are just like 20 or something amount of BF-109s just chasing me down as I'm in an F-46 or an F-4F? Corsair. I'm in a Corsair. I don't exactly know the names of the airplanes, all of them at least. Every airplane has its quirks and stuff. I'm terrible at flying in this game. My friend Bradley is much better at me, or much better than me at flying and bombing in this game. Occasionally, I'll take it into multiplayer with my friend. There aren't many people on multiplayer. This is pretty much a dead game. Like I said, it's a niche, and you know, the explosions for when you die are really nice. I like to say they've done a lot of good things with the cockpit, with the whole outside and inside of the planes. They look beautiful. I just wish there were more planes, like in War Thunder, how there's just a shit ton of planes and they're all detailed and everything like that. Nothing like DCS though, or not Flight Simulator. Those types of planes where you have to pay actual money for, and you're getting a good high quality product is very nice. But yeah, I wish there was a more modern version of this game with modern graphics and stuff. Like right now I'm fighting over Pearl Harbor, but I highly doubt anyone could tell with the way the ground looks and stuff. Right there is Battleship Row that I'm about to fly over. And pilot's dead. But yeah, this game's just good. 5 out of 10. Would I recommend buying it? If you're into airplanes and you want a little fun game to hold you over for maybe even a couple months, yeah, for sure. The campaign's pretty long. It's pretty nice. You can even level up your pilots with experience, and they will learn more things as you play. God, I lost everything on that airplane. But if you don't lose your pilots, you should stay relatively fine. And the campaigns are really easy, although long. So I hope you all have a nice day, and thank you for watching. I'm sorry for all the stuff you heard in the background. I'm also very sick right now, so have a nice day.